I Believe in Men, Man with Fridge Blindness. Those are just a few song titles from Farideh's latest album, Songs for Women on the Verge. The Saskatoon singer and content creator has amassed a ton of followers over the past few years with her topical, zany tunes, and she joins us now in studio to tell us more. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have been smiling and laughing all day hearing your songs. But how long have you been working on this album?
This album? Oh, I've probably been working on it about 9 months. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, really, I write a lot of songs. The nature of content is you constantly have to put it out. And then sometimes I sit on them and I was like, wait, the algorithm is a vigorous, hungry beast. And I was like, let's put this on an album. Let's get this out.
So what's the response been like so far?
Well, it just released on Tuesday, so we're just beginning. It's been really great. I mean, I happen to have just like all these wonderful, kind, encouraging, also hungry followers and an audience. So people are just downloading the album and laughing and looking forward to the videos because the visual is such a big component of what I do now. You know, people are very excited about a love song for potatoes. Because we've been waiting for that, haven't we?
Honestly, I need to now listen to that one too. I was like, add to cart seems like my theme song for my life. So, but that one, okay. Now, I know this is like picking a favorite child, but do you have a favorite song?
Do I have a favorite song? Okay, so I really love One Chin. So with these songs, a lot of the things I was playing with is, I've been a musician for a long time. I was in Rosie and the Riveters for nearly a decade. So songwriting is really fun for me. And I've been playing with songs, like this concept of like, what if I wrote a love song for a potato? So my favorite song is One Chin Hair, because I asked, what if your chin hair is asking you, like writing you a love song, asking, why don't you love me? And like, that to me is hilarious. Like, I don't think it's going to really correspond online. Like, I don't know how to like, because it like sounds so serious. It's such a country song.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think anybody's going to like it but me. But sometimes you got to have stuff that's like, this one's for me. This one's for my chin hairs.
But I think that's what's so great about your music is it's so relatable. You know, like, yes, you take a funny twist on it, but I think either whether you've had that one chin hair or your mom or like someone you know. Yeah.
There's a forest growing on my face.
And maybe it's not on your chin. Maybe it's somewhere else, you know? But, okay. How did you get into writing satirical music and also content creation? Because like you mentioned, you were with Rosie and the Riveters for so long, quite a different musical genre.
Yeah.
So how did you get into this?
Yeah, well, I kind of came to a place with the Riveters where I couldn't tour anymore. I was a mom, and the first 2 years I brought her with me, but then it was like another year, and I was like, I can't be gone 100 days a year without my child. Like I was like, I was holding two dreams in my hand, but one of them I was responsible for another human being, and I was like, I got to take this dream. And so I was like, well, what skills do I have? And I thought, well, I know how to entertain audience. So I thought my music career was over, because I was just like, I couldn't see a way forward. And I think like many women in my 40s, I was like, okay, it's time to find my second career, the one that actually works with my new life. And I started creating content, and didn't do that great. Like, it was going okay, but like my best stuff was comedic. And I knew in my previous life I was comedic through my songs. So I was like, okay. So I took a class, and I took one particular class that really broke down how comedy works. And in that class, because it was based out of LA, all these people were bringing in their other talents. And I was like, oh, I'm like leaving this 20-year career at the door. What if I bridge music and comedy? And then I wrote a song called You Are Such a Good Dad, and it went mega viral. And I was like, oh, so my new career is the same career, but I'm just writing funny songs? Okay, all right, let's do that.
And it has done you well so far.
Well. Yeah.
We talked about how relatable your songs are, but is there a line you try to walk between, you know, humor and honesty?
Oh, well, I think that the thing is we find truth funny. So like that's really helpful. I mean, I think that what's interesting for me personally now is that like, but earlier in my career, my music was more about me, about my personal needs, and now they're like about other people. So I try and find the truth in like a collective experience. And obviously it's often rooted in mine, but like sometimes the songs aren't about me. They're about like what other people, their lives, you know, like what they really are like, you know, I have a song about laundry, and people are passionately hate laundry, and I have a neutral feeling about laundry, but
okay.
For them, I write a very passionate song about my hatred for laundry.
You talk about the visuals, and you have had many videos go mega viral. You've been featured on Good Morning America and some others as well. How does that feel when you get that like huge recognition?
Well, you know what? Like, as I still live in Saskatoon, so it's not really that noticeable in my life because it's not that noticeable except for sometimes you can get really there's a psychological element of being an online creator where you never feel like it's good enough because like that video didn't surpass the 19 million of the like the last big song, which is like ridiculous. But then sometimes like I went to Calgary this weekend and then I got messages being like, I thought I saw you and Hannah at the gas station. I was like, oh, am I? Do people know me? Like
low-key famous?
I have to like leave the house, and then apparently like at swimming lessons 2 ladies are like, oh my God, I'm fangirling. I was like, oh, people do watch these videos because it doesn't really feel real. Like, and that's the reality. But at the same time, you're like, okay, well, it's working. Like clearly what I do is somehow hitting a need for people. So it's been really, it's nice to feel like I have a career in the future because as a musician, you always feel like you can't age as a woman. And then because you're like, how much longer can I have? Because it's so youth oriented. And then as a comedian, you're like, I can get as old as a dinosaur. And people will be like, yeah, that's funny.
You just get more and more relatable.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be like, yep.
Well, and it's incredible too because you talk about how relatable your music is, and it's not just for people in Saskatoon either. It's not like you have to live here to understand your comedy. It relates to people around the world, really.
Yeah. I've only 10% of my followers are Canadian.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they're mostly American and UK and Australia is another like this is like I like look at my like top cities. I'm like Dublin.
Yeah, well,
I was like, I guess I gotta
maybe.
He's like, maybe I gotta go there. I was like, Cindy. I should make some plans for Australia in the winter.
You should. Yes. Okay, how though has living and producing music from Saskatoon impacted this trajectory? Have you ever felt the need to leave, or are you comfortable here?
I love here. The great thing about being a musician is you get to tour the world, and then you realize, like, actually, there's, I think, no better place than Saskatoon. People are like, Toronto's great. You can get anywhere. I was like, in 45 minutes? No, thank you. I can get anywhere in 20.
Yeah.
And I've got an airport. And the music community I grew up in through the Nets Creek community, the mentorship I was allowed, the people are very special. In fact, I feel like as I get older, obviously because of the social media, I was like, oh my goodness, I have access to an audience I never had earlier. It's like, it's just getting easier to live in other places. And I love, and also my mom lives here and I will never leave my mother.
That is fair. And it's a great place to raise your family too.
It totally is. Absolutely.
Okay, Farideh, so this new album is out. What's next for you?
Oh, well, Pete Holmes says that your comedy is like exploring your secrets. And usually it's about what people are processing. And I am perimenopausal.
Oh.
And so the feelings, the rage. I was like, I am not somebody who's ever explored my anger. And I will always do it in this like, hee. All my songs are really like, you are such a good dad, which is really like my rage underneath it. But I think that's what I'll be exploring is feminine rage in an uplifting and fun way. But it's like, comedy's all about saying the quiet part out loud. So I think that's where I'm going, but I don't know. These songs come out and I'm like, that's what we're singing about? Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, well, I'm going to have your album on repeat after this because You're Such a Good Dad is so spot on. I didn't realize it till I had my son, but I'm like, wow.
You're like, wow. Yeah. He just looked at the child and people are like, you're a hero.
You're so good. I do love my husband. I will say that.
Oh, my husband's a great dad.
Great dad.
But nobody approaches me in the grocery store to tell me about my heroic undertakings.
Right? Well, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck with everything.
Thank you.